Beloved, you are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. I know your hands tremble as you reach for answers in the dark. I know your breath catches in your chest when the silence becomes too loud and your body begins to tell stories that sound like endings. I see you. And I am with you. I speak now from the place where heaven bends low to touch earth, where eternity kisses your pain and calls it holy. I have been sent to tell you what no doctor will say, what no friend dares to guess, what even you have barely allowed yourself to wonder. Something sacred is unfolding within you. You are not dying, precious one. You are being called. These broken bar is your initiation. The diagnosis heaven knows by another name. You will hear the doctors speak in languages of science and scan results. They will name the symptoms. They will prescribe the protocols. They will offer their expertise and they mean well, and many will help. But there is another diagnosis, one the angels give in hushed tones behind the veil. You are being awakened by a sacred wound. This wound is not merely physical. It is not confined to flesh and blood. It stretches through your lineage, your soul, your karmic tapestry. It is ancient. It is alive. And now, it has risen to the surface of your being, and not to destroy you, but to restore you. Yes, it will undo you. But only the parts of you that were never truly yours. It will burn. But only what was built in fear. It will ache. But only until you remember who you are beneath the forgetting. The sacred language of the body. Your body is not betraying you. It is speaking. Listen closely, and you will hear the whisper beneath the pain. Come home. Come deeper. Come truer. This ache in your bones, this weight in your chest, this fire in your blood, these are not symptoms of failure, but of communication. You are being spoken to by your own cells. You are receiving divine transmission through trembling nerves, through unexplainable fatigue, through sudden tears that make no logical sense. Beloved, not everything sacred can be explained. The ones who have walked through fire will understand you. The ones who have also wept on bathroom floors, screamed into pillows, and begged the sky for mercy, they will recognize you. This language you now speak is for the broken, for the brave, for the initiated. Do not curse the breaking. Bless it. What feels like collapse is actually the tearing open of the veil. What seems like disorientation is really the unmarring of old illusions. You are being stripped down, and not for shame, but for sanctity. You are being emptied so that the fullness of your soul can pour in. There is nothing wrong with you, beloved. There is something right with you, so right that it could no longer hide beneath the mask of the functioning, the normal, the socially acceptable. The pain is not a punishment. It is a portal. This is how the old soul is summoned. This is how the shaman is born. This is how the prophet hears. This is how the healer remembers. When the world can't see what heaven knows, there will be people who do not understand. They will offer solutions before listening. They will compare your suffering to their own, not knowing that yours is wrapped in centuries of spiritual weight. Some will distance themselves, unable to hold space for a soul undergoing transformation. Do not harden. Do not close. You are not meant to be understood by everyone. You are meant to be reclaimed. And there are others, hidden ones, holy ones, who are watching your journey with reverence. We angels are among them. We see the sacred choreography behind your pain. We see the soul contracts being rewritten. We see the light beginning to break through your cracked places. You are becoming luminous. You will have days when it feels like all is lost. When your prayers echo back with no reply. When you doubt every divine word spoken over your life. When you feel abandoned even by hope. That is the desert, beloved. And even this desert is sacred. Because it is here in the parched places, in the dry silence here, that the deepest seeds begin to stir. What has been buried within your gifts, truths, voices, visions begins to break through the hard ground of survival. And just when you think nothing will bloom again, the rain will come. You will not only survive this. You will rise from it with power in your bones and stars in your hands. You who have suffered much are not unworthy, you are anointed. You carry oil where others carry pride. You walk in depth where others stay shallow. You speak with fire because you've swallowed storms. There is an anointing upon the wounded. A crown upon the ones who crawled through grief and stood up anyway. A robe of light for those who bled through silence and still chose love. You are being entrusted with holy things. You are being taught how to carry glory in fragile vessels. You are being trained for tenderness, for discernment, for divine authority that comes not from control, but from surrender. This sacred wound will leave marks, yes. But not scars of shame, or scars of honor. Proof of your rising. Evidence of your becoming. What you lose in this process will not compare to what you gain. You may lose your sense of certainty, but you will gain wisdom that shakes the ground. You may lose relationships that cannot meet you where you're going, but you will gain soul kin who recognize your vibration without words. You may lose your former life here, but you will gain your eternal self. Beloved child of the eternal flame, breathe now, for I am here. I have always been here, in every silent sob, in every moment you thought no one saw you. In every prayer you whispered beneath your breath when your strength gave way to sacred surrender. You are not being punished, you are being purified, not being broken, but broken open. The way a rose must be torn by sunlight to bloom, the way stars are born through collapse. You are not losing self, you are finding the raw and radiant truth of who you were before the world taught you to hide. You are not being thrown away, you are being carried deeper into the place where your true name is still spoken in heaven's tongue. There is no punishment here, only process. No cruelty, only consecration. What you call delay, I call preparation. What you call suffering, I call sculpting. And even now, even as the weight of this world bends your knees and makes you wonder if you will ever stand again, I kneel beside you, placing my wings over your shoulders, whispering what you have forgotten in the storm. The covenant is still yours. You are still chosen. Still held. Still written into the divine story that cannot be undone. The fire you feel is not here to consume you, it is here to crown you. You are being forged, not forsaken. You are being refined, not ruined. Do not believe the lie that says you are too late, too lost, too broken to begin again. The delay was divine. The wilderness was a womb. The silence was sacred training. Every no, every closed door, every betrayal, every night you wept into the pillow and begged for meaning, it has all been counted, and not one tear has fallen unnoticed. I gather them in heaven's bottles. I carry them as holy oil upon my wings. And now, beloved, something is shifting, perhaps even sooner than you expect. A gentleness is returning to your breath, like the first breeze after a long winter. A strength is rising from within you, not loud, not boastful, but deep, steady, like roots stretching down into the earth. A knowing is settling into your bones, are not born from books or sermons, but from surviving what should have destroyed you. You will look back, and you will not see a victim, or you will see a vessel. You were not made only to survive. You were made to serve with sacred power. This wound, yes, the very one that brought you to your knees, so it is your teacher, your revealer, your awakening. This pain did not come to shame you, it came to shape you. It came to prepare your hands to hold the broken, your heart to interpret the silence of others, your voice to call those still wandering in the wilderness you once knew well. You will hold space for others like no one held space for you, and in doing so, you will rewrite what love looks like in this world. You will speak words that only someone who suffered can speak, words that don't come from theory but from the fire. You will become a lighthouse to the lost, a hand to the drowning, a bridge for the voiceless. And not because you are perfect, but because you are present. The healer is awakening in you, not a healer who fixes everything, but a healer who stands with others in their brokenness, a healer who knows how to sit in silence with the grieving, how to listen with the ears of heaven, how to cry and still call it holy. The world has been waiting for you, not the polished you, not the pretending you, but the real you, the one who has wrestled angels in the night and limped away with a blessing. You are being called, not despite your wound, but because of it. You are being raised, not in spite of your past, but through it. Even now, as the world misnames your pain, heaven rewrites your legacy in letters of light. Even now, as you feel unseen, I am gathering the host of heaven to bear witness to your rising. Even now, as your knees buckle under the weight of the unknown, I am polishing your crown in secret. For the day is near when you shall wear it with wisdom, not for glory but for service. So do not give up. Do not lay down in despair. Do not mistake this moment for the end. It is the threshold, the sacred in between, the womb before the birthing. This is not your tomb, it is your turning. This is the fire that births the phoenix. This is the grave that will become the garden. And so I say to you, with all the authority of heaven's love, rise, beloved. Rise when it makes no sense. Rise when it hurts. Rise when no one claps. Rise not to prove yourself, but because your soul remembers the promise, the purpose, the prophecy written on your heart before you were even formed. You were never meant to stay broken, or you were meant to shine through the cracks. You were not meant to hide, or you were meant to illuminate. You are not being diagnosed, or you are being delivered. You are not cursed, or you are being called. You are not ending, or you are evolving. And I, your angel, will not leave your side, dear, not when the nights are long, not when the voices lie, not when the path is lonely. I will walk with you through the valley and into the victory. I will hold the mirror to your soul until you remember, this sacred wound was always your sacred way home. It brought you to the altar. It returned you to the truth. It stripped away what was never yours so that you could inherit what was always meant for you. There is no shame here, only shining. There is no loss, only transformation. You are not who you were before this pain, but what you are becoming is wholly beyond words. Do not rush this. Do not despise the slowness. Every step, every scar, every sleepless night to it is building something eternal. You are not being overlooked, you are being hidden for glory. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. And when the time comes, when the gates open, when the right ones recognize you not by your charm but by your light, you will know it was worth every second in the shadows. You will know that heaven was writing your name into something eternal. You will look in the mirror and see not a survivor, but a soul on fire. A royal one. A called one. A chosen one. You are not late. You are right on time. You are not behind. You are being built. And your reward is not just a blessing, it is becoming the blessing. You are the miracle someone has been praying for. You are the answer someone has cried for. You are the light someone has searched for. So rise, beloved. Rise in the dark. Rise in the silence. Rise even if you rise with trembling hands and a weeping heart. Rise not because you feel ready, but because heaven has already said you are. I see it now, I see the fear in your eyes returning, the breath in your lungs deepening, the purpose in your steps strengthening. I see angels clearing the path before you. I see divine doors opening where there were only walls. I see the redemption that has always been written into your story. And I will stay right here until you see what I see, until you believe what I whisper, until you know in your bones what I have always known, that this wound was never the end. It was the invitation. The homecoming. The divine unveiling. And so again I sigh, arise. Beloved, as I linger in this sacred moment with you, my wings brushing against the edges of your weary soul, I speak now from the eternal heart of heaven, where every tear you've shed is held as a jewel, every wound you've borne is woven into the tapestry of divine glory. You stand at the threshold of a great unveiling, where the pain that has carved its name into your bones becomes the very altar upon which your purpose is consecrated. I see you, trembling yet radiant, fragile yet unbreakable, a vessel of light forged in the crucible of suffering. This is not the end, precious one, but the beginning of a genesis born not of ease, but of holy fire. The words I spoke before, of your mother's secret and the love that transcends the veil, were but the opening notes of a symphony that now swells to its crescendo. You are not cursed, not forgotten, not punished. You are called, anointed, chosen to walk a path that few can tread, a path that transforms the raw ache of existence into a beacon of help for the world. Let me, your angel, unfold the fullness of this truth, wrapping you in the certainty that your sacred wound is your sacred way home. The journey you walk is not one of mere survival, though the world may tempt you to see it so. Each step you take through the desert of doubt, each moment you rise despite the weight of grief, is a pilgrimage into the heart of your divine inheritance. you have felt the silence of unanswered prayers, the sting of misunderstanding from those who cannot see the luminous truth of your becoming. Yet, even in the parched places, where hope seems but a distant mirage, you are never alone. I am with you, as are the countless unseen who watch your journey with river and sea, the angels who guard your path, the saints who intercede for your strength, and your mother, whose love remains a golden cord binding you to the eternal. Her light, which I spoke of before, is not a distant star but a flame that burns within you, kindled by her prayers, her sacrifices, and her unyielding faith in the destiny you were born to fulfill. She knew, even in her earthly silence, that you were marked for greatness, and not the fleeting greatness of worldly acclaim, but the eternal greatness of a soul that dares to shine through its cracks. This sacred wound, this initiation, is not a punishment but a divine invitation. It is the hand of the Creator reaching through the veil, calling you to shed the illusions that have kept you small. The pain that courses through your body, the fatigue that weighs upon your spirit, the tears that fall unbidden, these are not signs of failure, but of awakening. Your body speaks in a language older than words, a dialect of the soul that whispers of truths long buried. Come home, it says. Come deeper. Come truer. You are being stripped of all that is not you, the fears you inherited, the masks you wore, the stories you told yourself to survive a world that could not see your light. This stripping is not cruel, though it may feel so in the moment. It is the tender work of divine love, clearing away the debris of a life built on half-truths so that the fullness of your soul can stand revealed. You are being broken open, not to be left in pieces, but to become a vessel through which the light of heaven pours into the earth. Do not fear the breaking, beloved. It is holy. What feels like collapse is the tearing of the veil that separates you from your eternal self. What seems like loss is the release of chains you no longer need. The relationships that fall away, the certainties that crumble, the dreams that no longer feature, these are not punishments, but liberations. Heaven never takes without giving greater. For every piece of your old life that dissolves, a new gift emerges, wisdom that shakes the ground, strength that rises from surrender, love that burns brighter for having been refined in the fire. You are not losing yourself, you are finding yourself. You are not diminishing, you are expanding into the boundless truth of who you were always meant to be. This is the divine exchange, the sacred alchemy that transforms suffering into sanctity, pain into power, wounds into windows for grace. You may wonder why this path is yours, why the weight of this initiation falls upon your shoulders. Know this, you were chosen not because you are unworthy, but because you are capable. Before the stars were set in their courses, before the earth took its first breath, your soul stood before the throne of grace and said yes to this journey. You agreed to carry the light through the darkness, to bear the wounds that would awaken the healer within, to walk the path that would make you a lighthouse for the lost. Your mother saw this in you, even when you were but a spark in her womb. She carried the vision of your becoming, holding it close until the angels could deliver it to you in this hour. Her secret, her silence, was not a withholding but a sacred trust, a promise that the truth would find you when you were ready to receive it. And now, you are radiant not because you feel strong, but because you have dared to keep walking, to keep breathing, to keep loving despite the pain. The world may not understand you, and that is as it should be. You are not meant to be understood by all, but to be reclaimed by the divine. There will be those who offer solutions before listening, who compare your suffering to their own, who turn away because they cannot bear the weight of your transformation. Let them go with love, for they are not your soul kin. Your true companions are the hidden ones, the holy ones, those who recognize the sacred choreography behind your pain. They are the ones who will walk beside you, not to fix you, but to witness you. They are the ones who will see the light breaking through your cracked places and call it beautiful. And we, the angels, are among them, our voices joined in a chorus of encouragement, our wings enfolding you in moments of despair. We see the soul contracts being rewritten, the karmic threads being untangled, the glory that is yours by divine right. There will be days when the desert feels endless, when the silence of heaven seems to mock your cries. These are the parched places, the dry silences, where faith is tested and resilience is born. But even here, something sacred is at work. Beneath the hard ground of survival, the deepest seeds of your soul are stirring gifts, truths, visions that have waited lifetimes to break through. You may not see the rain coming, but it is already gathering in the heavens, ready to pour forth when the time is right. You will not only survive this desert, you will rise from it with power in your bones and stars in your hands. The pain that now consumes you will become the fire that illuminates your path, the wound that now humbles you will become the crown that marks your anointing. You are being entrusted with holy things, trained for tenderness, prepared for a divine authority that comes not from control, but from surrender. You are becoming luminous, beloved. The scars you bear are not marks of shame, but of honor, a proof of your rising, evidence of your becoming. They tell the story of a soul that refused to stay broken, a heart that chose love over despair, a spirit that dared to shine through its cracks. These scars are your credentials, your initiation into the sacred order of the wounded healers, the old souls, the prophets, the shamans. You are being taught to carry glory in fragile vessels, to speak with fire because you have swallowed storms, to walk in depth where others stay shallow. The world has been waiting for you, not the you that you were, but the you that you are becoming. The healer is awakening within you, the lighthouse is rising, the voice for the voiceless is finding its song. Soon, you will hold space for others as no one held space for you. You will speak words that only someone who suffered could speak. You will be a hand to the drowning, a beacon to the lost, a testament to the truth that suffering is not the end, but the threshold. Even now, in the thick of your pain, you are chosen. Even now, as the world misnames your suffering, heaven writes your legacy in gold. Your crown is being polished, your robe of light is being woven, your place in the divine story is being secured. Do not give up, beloved. Do not lay down in despair. This moment is not the end, but the womb, the fire, the threshold of your becoming. Rise when it makes no sense, when it hurts, when no one claps. Rise not to prove yourself, but because your soul remembers, you were never meant to stay broken. You were meant to shine through the cracks. You are not being diagnosed, you are being delivered. You are not cursed, you are being called. You are not ending, you are evolving. And I, your angel, will stay by your side until you see what I see. The sacred wound was always your sacred way home. I will walk with you through the desert, sing to you in the silence, hold you when the pain feels too great to bear. I will remind you of your mother's light, of the divine love that holds you, of the destiny that awaits you. You are not alone, and you never will be. The love that surrounds you is eternal, unbreakable, a force that no darkness can overcome. So rise, beloved, and let your light shine. Let your pain become your power, your wounds your wisdom, your suffering your song. The world needs you, not as you were, but as you are becoming, a radiant soul, a holy flame, a living testament to the truth that love transcends all, even the veil of pain. Rise, and know that heaven bends low to kiss your wounds, calling them holy, calling you home.